Gather your sword and board and get ready for adventure, because it's time for Pain. Campaign. 3, 2, 1. Let's roll.
Welcome back to our unmitigated disaster of a D&D campaign with friends. We ask the question of what happens when we combine a coming-of-age summer camp with D&D and the Dice of Fate. Well, we are going to find that out here. Let's get started. From the murky bottom of time before time, following a rare mushroom instead of stone, we have Mike playing Guldor Firebeard, the honest-to-goodness dwarven druid who's old enough for a beard and knows how to use a shillelagh. Hey, Mike.
Hi, everybody. We'll have to fix that all in post, so...
Amazing. Fix it in post is my middle name. When this Warforged lays its hands upon thee, you better hope for some divine intervention, because wood and metal still has pain and emotion. Mike Levine is TR33, the Warforged Paladin.
What's up, everybody? Am I wood or am I true steel? I don't know.
Wood or am I true? I guess you're both in that case. When tracking is needed across a path that seems... This is a disaster. When tracking is needed across a path that seems lost, or an arrow needs to find its target that seems too far away, we look no farther than Bridget playing Bellith, our tiefling ranger, who hates plans, loves adventure, and who'd rather pull out her bow and engage in pointless conversation, unless it's with Harold.
I hope none of this gets cut. Straight up, this is the intro.
This is all amazing. This is it. This is the entire podcast. Okay, and I am Michael Haidt, off-key, Raider Rock as always, playing Seven the Bard. But it's not about me. I'm going to pass it off to Liam. He puts the danger in DM. Master of Ceremonies. Liam, take us away.
Well, welcome back, everyone. We find our players back on the floating box of death, the Fifth. Sailing in a southerly direction towards Gnarltooth Island, home of Camp Shimmerlake. Last time, our adventurers met Maurice the Marid, a type of genie who seemingly is not very good at gambling, but as soon as he lost, was able to fly away before anything else could occur. So who knows what's going to happen with that? I might know, but you guys don't know. And unbeknownst to the others, Seven has just discovered a secret about his mandolin from a secret message sent by his missing brother, Val. His mandolin is now able to, as an action in combat, able to transform from a mandolin to a rapier. So we will pick this session off saying you are all in your individual cabins. I believe I think it was Seven that was storing the planar astrolabe that you are able to take from Maurice, and you were all very frightful of touching it, and so it was carefully stored back in Seven's room. With that, we will start with Seven, and we'll move around to see if anyone wants to do anything while they're in their cabins. Seven, take it away.
I want to go find some other people. I think I'm going to try to knock on Bella's door, because I think she knows Val, and I just saw what may or may not have been a ghost, so I think I should probably touch base with the party.
I feel like I was in the hallway. Am I correct with that? Was I just chilling in the hallway, like guarding everybody?
I feel like I'm around some
you want to
triple
avenge, you can.
Yeah. I didn't really have a room. I just wanted to protect my family, so I stayed in the hallway.
All right, I'm going to run outside the room, pass him a water, and knock on Bella's door.
Hey, Seven.
So
Hey, here, take a drink of water.
you're gonna knock at your door, Bellith?
I go, what? But I don't open the door.
Okay, look, it's me. This
Who's
is
me?
Czar. It's Seven. Sorry, it's Seven.
Oh.
You're not gonna believe this. I just saw a vision of Val, and I thought I want to touch base with you because this is entirely insane.
Okay. I open the door and I like pull him inside, and I'm like, a vision, like a dream,
Okay.
or like a vision?
No. This wasn't like a fever dream. So I was in my room. I don't know if this has anything to do with the astrolabe. Okay, I'm sorry. I probably shouldn't have picked it up, but it was really shiny and it was really cool. Sorry, forget it. So my brother, all of a sudden, in a vision, right in the cabin, like a shimmering, like almost like a hologram, he started sending a message to me. And do you see the sword? I know this is a very clear message. So this sword came out of my case, which I don't even know it did. And he told me about this button on the back of this case here that is somehow he gave to me that could transform and this could turn to a sword. But besides that, the point of the matter is I didn't even know this even existed. And he's either dead and he wanted to send this message as a just in case, or he's still alive and he's sending us a message from somewhere else. But somehow it either clicked in because we were close in proximity to the camp, or this had something to do with the astrolabe that apparently you don't pick up from flying away to Djinns, but that's probably besides the point. So, did you ever hear my brother sending any weird messages or anything like that? Oh, sorry for interfering with your evening.
No, you're fine. Liam, I assume, would the answer be no?
First, it's around 12 p.m., so just, we're midday. And you have, Val has probably certainly communicated with you, by using the sending spell, which isn't what 7 is describing, but certainly you know that Val has magical means to communicate, and perhaps there was a different way he did it in this case. If anyone wants to make an Arcana check or like an I think an Arcana check would be best here, like to see if your magical knowledge would be able to ascertain how he did this. You could. I'm gonna say it's gonna be a high DC for this though.
It seems a little bit weird for me to roll on something that I don't know what I just happened. I
rolled-
knew what was happening.
Bellith, you can go ahead.
I rolled a 2, so it's not helpful.
I'm just gonna roll just to see what would have happened.
So you don't know how he did it, but you're like totally accepting, like, yeah, no, that makes sense. Like he's magic. He can do magical things.
Okay, so then I'm like, well, he's like communicated with me before, so like maybe it's the same thing. Not like recently, like not when he was like not missing.
So it's been a while.
Yeah,
It's been a bit.
I mean, I haven't heard from him since he's been MIA.
Like I'm totally freaked because I haven't talked to him in like months, and this is like all of a sudden it was like here's what's going on, you know.
Well, where'd you get the? What is it? A sword? A mandolin? Is it both?
Right, so I've been playing an instrument, and he left. This was sitting on my bed before I left for the coffee shop. This thing was sitting there, so I threw it on my back. Looked like a musical instrument. Thought it was a case. Thought it was my brother. Tossed this thing on my back. Met you guys. Haven't really touched it besides taking the mandolin out of it. But apparently, if you look on the bottom here, there's this. I don't know if you can even see it. There's this button over here that he told me to push. Didn't even know it was there, and this thing could release this handle that turns into a sword. I'm probably gonna put this thing back now so I don't cut my hand off.
You're telling me that you found something on your bedroom in your house, and you didn't question it when you found it after your brother went missing?
When you say it that way, that makes a lot of sense. However, I thought this was just I thought this was a little gift that he had left me waiting for me to go to camp or heading out, but maybe I should question things more often. Note to self, we'll do that in the future. But for now, I will tell you, honest to goodness, I had no idea that this thing did this until that message appeared with him. And I know him anywhere. I mean, I don't think anyone could fake it. That had to be him.
Well, I mean, like, maybe that means he's alive?
But he didn't answer me. It wasn't like a two-way thing. It was like almost like a recording.
I don't know. I mean, you got a cool sword now.
I do. I'm gonna put this thing away. I mean, what? Do you need some more water? Does he need more water?
Guys,
can somebody water the tree?
What's going on over there? And I kind of just mosey on from the hallway and like knock on Bella's door.
Has he been here the whole time?
What's going on?
Is he
I don't answer the door. The door's closed and it's staying closed.
As Tree's calling out to you, we're gonna cut over to Guldor. Guldor, we find you in your cabin, and you're kind of just making an inventory of your belongings, and as you're going through your things, you check on the little the vial or the jar you have that contains that red fungus.
Strange fungus in it.
I will if you you take it out and you see that it's like shape has kind of changed. Do you want to make me a nature check?
It was almost a 19, but it's a 6. I was like, it's gonna be a 19, and then it rolled a little bit more, and now it's only a 6.
Oh man, it's like watching Wheel of Fortune.
Still better than my rolls.
Even with a 6, what I'll say is you don't really make any sense of the way the shape of it has changed, really. Like, you kind of see like it has changed, but you don't know, like, you wouldn't be able to explain like why it looks the way it does right now, which is going to be kind of it kind of started off more as like a tendril, but now it kind of looks more like a splintered like web type of thing. Like, looks very much more like jagged and chaotic. But you do notice that you have a firelit lantern in your room, and you notice that part of it towards the edge of the glass is like it's moving, and it's actually shying away from the light.
Some of us have rats, and some of us have evil beings in vials.
Cool. Happens.
Sure. I'm gonna move the candle a little bit closer to it and see what happens.
So as you do that, it starts to like almost like when you peel something off of like a window, like you hear like the suckers coming off of like a thing you might stick to a window. It starts unpeeling itself from one side of the jar and tries to put itself towards the other extreme side of the jar to get away from the light.
All right, I'll pull the candle flame back away from it.
Yeah. As you finish conducting that test, that's when you hear Tree calling out to the others in the hallway.
Hey, can you guys let me in here?
Can
What's
you please
going
make the tree
on?
be
You gotta do the
quiet?
truffle
It's
shuffle.
your responsibility. I can't.
Don't worry, buddy. Just we're just figuring out a couple things. Don't worry. Are you protecting us? You checking the hallway? We're good.
All right. Yeah, I got the hallway. I'm just gonna stay out here and make sure you guys are okay.
If anyone is dressed like they work on the boat, just check them up and down. Make sure that it's legit.
Speaking of which,
All
you
right.
hear thump, thump, thump. Hello there. Can you all? This is a sailor talking to Tree. I'm first mate Yareb. Can you help us move some boxes up to the deck? The captain wants to get some supplies ready because we will be at Gnarltooth by morn, and we need some things
Halt!
up there.
Excuse me, you cannot come down here, my friend. I am protecting my family.
Excuse me, but I'm the first mate of the ship. We work for Captain Alara.
I understand that. And I work for my family.
Can you
And
not
I
see
am
my
protecting
official
my
sailor
family.
uniform?
It's
you
a
not
very
see
nice
my-
uniform.
Can you not
It's
see my
very
leaves?
But I must show you my branches, and I can use my branches in very protective ways.
How about you use them to move the boxes to the top deck? And she starts going around knocking
I
on
do-
everyone else's doors. We need your help. Let's move some boxes. We gotta.
All right. I will talk to my friends, and we will move some boxes.
You show them. This feels starting to feel a lot less like a pleasure cruise and more like a.
I want to ask Seven, like, are you gonna hide this from everybody, or are we just telling everyone? Not about
I
your
don't know right
seeing
now.
your maybe dead brother. I meant about the sword.
Oh, the sword?
Yeah.
You know what? Before we open the door, I'm gonna put the sword back.
Like back into mandolin?
Not because of the
so-
friends, because I don't really want to run the risk of people on the boat knowing that
So to clarify, as you are looking to convert this back into a mandolin, correct?
Yes.
Is that what you're aiming to do? So on the mandolin, to convert it to a rapier, the button was on the bottom right back corner. But for the rapier form, you're gonna look underneath the guard, and you're gonna notice that same almost imperceptible button, and you can click on it. And it's gonna transform back to the mandolin, and it goes as it starts to kind of like unfold back into a mandolin.
Whether this
That's
thing is
pretty
useful
cool.
or not, that is the coolest thing. Yeah, right? Not gonna lie.
That's pretty cool.
I agree with the coolness.
But Bellith, I will say you look at this, and it does take like a good like 10 seconds to transform back. Like it's not like an instantaneous thing. Like it's fully like
So it's not
a little
like
bit
Bellith using
noisy,
her
and it's
bow.
like it's not like flashy, but it's like it's still cool, but it's not. It's like okay, this is like
like
the
it
first
does it.
iPhone. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're saying like Bellith could probably get off like 3 arrows in the time that it takes me to get this thing like.
Yeah. Exactly. As I
I'll
stated
get better
before,
at
it's one action to change during combat. So right now it's back in your mandolin form.
Oh, it's a whole action to change it?
So for right now, because otherwise that'd be a little busted as a magic item right
Yeah.
now. It would be like the same as if in combat he was switching to his rapier. So otherwise I don't think that'd be fair to the rest of you without giving you other magic items, which will happen in due time.
It's almost
all
like
right,
taking a
so-
turn to tell people I'm not really left-handed.
Yes. I guess you can do that as a bonus action. That's fine. You all hear the knock and the plea at the door. Please help us move some boxes from this hallway to the top deck.
Let's do it. I
Yeah,
think
sure.
that's gonna leave us.
So you all exit the room, and she like points to like the variety of boxes and be like, oh yeah, if you just take those up, and you can actually put them at the at the stern of the ship near the captain. That way we can get them ready later on. So you all grab these boxes, and they're not too heavy, but they're definitely like you definitely need to put some effort into it. And as you start heading back up the stairs to bring these boxes topside, the ship suddenly lurches to its left, which would be the port side. So it makes a port side sharp turn.
Did you say pork side or port side?
Both. I heard it both ways.
That sounds delicious, but I think he's talking about the leeward and this is gonna be hard for me.
So there's
Wayward? Is that
the
left or
bow of the
right?
ship, the front. There's the stern or going aft. There's starboard to the right and port to the left.
Pork to
so
the left, buddy. Don't worry.
Yeah. So the ship, you can feel it sharply turning to the left, and as you're all climbing up the stairs to the deck, to the top deck, could you all make me a dexterity saving throw? See
Oh,
if you're like
fantastic.
holding onto these boxes.
Dexterity.
All right, I was saying this.
Where are you?
Oh, me?
Dexterity.
I was just gonna take this picture and send it to the group.
Oh,
That
wow,
shows
what
where
a
the bow of the
surprise.
stern.
5.
Oh, that's great, buddy. It's like almost exactly what you're looking for.
Who
And
rolled,
like, I'm
who
supposed to
rolled below a
be-
10? But other than Tree.
Wait, so this is a dexterity saving throw? Mike Orleb,
This
I'm gonna
is a
send you bardic
dexterity
inspiration
saving
and 3 shots of espresso.
I got 14.
All right, let's
I got a
see.
14.
We got dexterity saving throw. So I look at dexterity, and then the bonus that's above it. That's what you roll. That's what you add to it on the top part, like where it shows
so-
all of your.
You're not rolling a straight dex throw. Where it says the saving throw section, you're gonna click on you can click on the modifier number. So for you have a +4 to your saving throw.
Oh wait, this is such a silly thing. Oh, I see that. So that. Oh, it literally says saving throws. So everyone at home, just to be abundantly clear, This is the first time I'm playing D&D since I was 11. So this is, and I'm not 11 anymore. So this is good. Okay, +4. All right, that's 11 plus 4 is 15.
Great. And Guldor, I'm sorry, what did you roll?
I rolled a 14.
Oh, I didn't hear you.
14. Okay.
Oh, there you go.
And Bellith, by your silence, I'm assuming you're also above a 10.
Yeah, I rolled a 15.
Oh, I feel bad.
Wow,
if I could send
shocker!
you these right now, I
Everybody
would give
rolled
them to
above
you.
a 10. I
Do you have
really
your,
need to get dice.
Do you have your chopsticks?
So,
They're in my room.
everyone but Tree's kind of able to like balance themselves out and like hold on to the box and like kind of lean against the side of the ship. Tree swings the opposite way that he should, like gravitational wise, and like fully like leans back and falls flat on his back as that ship is completing its turn. And as it completes the turn, you hear some yells and screams from above. No, don't. Would you all like to make your way towards the top side?
I feel like this is typical
sure.
of me.
Yes. Sorry. I
Like
mean,
out of all of us, come on, let's be honest. Who would drop the box?
you know
Me.
what? Don't worry, Tree. This is your
and-
chance to show us
and
to
Tree,
be
you're-
vigilant, to save us all.
Tree, your box breaks and it looks like rigging equipment was kind of like destroyed in that fall.
You just broke.
Like you
Wait,
like
you just broke
you
up
like,
for a second. Did you say
like
rigging
somehow
equipment?
the rigging equipment.
sorry.
So somehow the box like falls behind you and then like your back falls on top of that and like you just like you smush it basically.
Yep.
What else is new?
And
Come on, Dollar Tree. We got this.
So-
Don't worry.
you
I'm like
all start
made out
heading,
of Dollar Tree material.
top side, and you hear a song.
Ooh, I hear a song.
I need everyone to please make me a wisdom saving throw as they enter the top deck.
Oh, this is kind of freaky. I actually hear a song. Do you guys hear a
Are
song?
we about to like fight sirens right now? Because if that's the case,
Feels that way.
yes.
It certainly feels like when you, when you save a boat from the throes of undeath, that you don't expect it to run into genies and to sirens. We'll see
Can
what
I
happens.
just tell you, I rolled a nat 20.
I'm gonna surprise you
roll
all
a
with some
20.
amazingness. I just rolled a nat 1.
Okay, fantastic. Oh my. Okay. So
So I have a
nat
plus
20,
1 to
nat
my
1.
wisdom, but I did roll a nat 1. Yeah, that means a 2, but I got a nat 1.
Yeah. What about you, Bellith and Orlip?
Hopefully not what I rolled.
23.
23?
Definitely not.
20, but not nat, but just 20.
Not that. Okay. So you all emerge on the deck, and Tree, you immediately you feel like for like the first time since of like your waking memory, like you have like such a clarity that you've never kind of had before. And as you hear the song, you immediately recognize that like this song is inherently wrong. And you see to your right, so as you're emerging, this is really, you're looking at the starboard side, the right side of the ship. You see a harpy in the air, flapping its wings and singing. And several of the passengers on the ship are making their way towards the edge of that ship, looking like they're going to jump over. The rest of you also, I'll say with your past perceptions, notice that Captain Alara kind of has like a glazed look over her eyes as this is happening. And lastly, getting to Seven's unfortunate nat 1. Truly, truly amazing. Your whole like concentration and like reason for living right now is to get closer to the harpy singing this amazing song. You as a bard want to make music as grand and beautiful and soul moving as this song. And I'll say you immediately move closer to the harpy, and you're going to be about 15 feet, we'll say, away from the edge of the boat towards the singing harpy. And you also now have the charmed condition. So while you are charmed, you cannot take any hostile actions towards the harpy. You must use your movement to approach the harpy, who is, let's say, 10 feet up and 15 feet away from the edge of the ship. You can make a saving throw at the end of your turns to become uncharmed. But in the meantime, you must keep making that wisdom saving throw at the end of your turns and make that movement. The other thing I'll say you all notice as you emerge top deck is you see the one harpy singing starboard side, but there's also a harpy towards the back of the ship, towards the stern. There's one port side, and there's one towards the bow of the ship at the front. So you are surrounded by 4 harpies. Only one is singing right now, starboard side. But you are otherwise surrounded by these 4 harpies. Before we roll for initiative, can everyone make me a perception check?
Perception.
Including me or no?
Including you. We'll say including. Actually, not including you. Sorry, 7. You're kind of enamored right now.
You included? You included.
23.
I got an 8.
23, 8. And Guldor? No worries.
Ooh, a natural 1.
Oof. So, to you, Guldor, these appear to be like the most frightening creatures you've ever seen. Dwarves don't particularly like being in the air, and you see this as a threat to you being in the air right now. This at one time like it encourages you to like almost like fight tooth and nail, but at the same time like, oh, this is like my worst case scenario at the same time, being both possibly being dropped into the water or picked up in the air. Bellith, with your 23, you notice that these harpies are a little bit bougie. They're like kind of decked out in like rings and necklaces, and you can also notice that some of the passengers that are being lured starboard side, they're the ones that seem like a little more wealthy, have maybe more going for them. With that, can everyone please roll initiative for me?
They seem really nice, guys.
I say we
I
kill
will.
them.
Don't tell me your number yet. Just keep your number. Did
But
anyone?
they're singing so nicely.
Did anyone roll above a 15 for initiative?
16.
Can I roll? I don't roll, right?
Oh no, you roll 7.
Okay.
Okay, I
18 for me.
rolled an 8.
Okay. So we have 7. Then Bellith, who rolled above a 10.
I got a 13.
Guldor and 7
Guldor
rolled
next.
above a 10.
All right, and then Tree would be last.
Story of my life.
Yeah, that fall like really hurt your back, and you're kind of like, even though you're a warforged with like, you know, an engineered body, like you're kind of like walking into the field like an old man a little bit with like your hand on your back, stooped over a little bit. All right,
Yep.
so you have a harpy on each side of the boat. The one singing is starboard side, and is calling passengers to over the ship. 7. So once again, you are charmed. You must move your movement to approach the harpy. And at the end of your turn, you may make an additional saving throw to try to break the charm.
And that one. Yes. Go team. And I just rolled out of fun to see what would happen if I rolled before. I just got another net
Throw it
one.
out.
I put those
Throw it
dice
out.
to the side.
Garbage.
Oh man.
You know what? This is a
No.
cool dice you got
Throw
too.
it out.
Look, it's a big one.
Trash.
I can't. I like it too much. Can I wash it? Can I? It's my first big
Throw it
die. And it seems like it's
I'll
causing
give
it
you
to do
another
so
one.
in this game.
Throw it out.
I'm gonna believe in the power of dice, just not the one I was using a moment ago. So I can do basically all I can do is make my way towards it and then drop the dice to try to get out of the situation.
Correct.
Okay. So do I have to move my maximum speed, or can I ever so gracefully slow down?
You must move your movement to approach the harpy at the most direct available route. I will say this will pretty much bring you to the edge of the starboard side, but because there are other people clamoring to
Other
head
passengers
towards,
have to wait my turn to fall off the boat.
they're kind of blocking you right now. Is there any other non-hostile action you would like to take before you make your additional wisdom saving throw?
I think I'd like to Bellith shoots things in the air. I'd like to turn towards Bellith and burn a bardic inspiration, telling her she rocks too hard for one hand as I make my way towards certain death.
Fantastic.
Have no fear,
Nice.
friend. Sure, I shall protect you.
Okay. Okay. I guess that's part of my turn, and then I have to note that I used a bardic inspiration.
All right.
Great.
Bellith, that's going to be you.
All right. Do I have to roll for my saving throw?
Oh yes, go ahead. Sorry.
Okay, and this is wisdom,
Yep.
correct? Okay. Not that dice. Okay, put that down. Okay, spiky dice. Here we go. Okay, spiky dice. Here we go. 13?
13 does it. As you are about to like split between two passengers to jump off the side towards the harpy, you come to your senses. So, being that you were right between these passengers and trying to possibly go over, can you also quickly make me a dexterity saving throw, real quick as well?
And then also, real fast,
Yeah.
as a bonus action, can I do, where is it? Where is it listed? I'm sorry. Actions, is it? Bonus action, it is cutting words. Yeah, I have to, do I have to burn a bardic inspiration for that? I do. Oh, that's it's a reaction, not a bonus action.
Yeah,
that
reaction is
different?
when like if like an enemy is like targeting you or something like that, or something else happens, and that could happen out of turn.
Not this. Okay, so then I'm going to make a dexterity saving throw?
Yes.
Same dice. 18.
Absolutely does it. You get your full footing, and you lean back from the edge as you're about to put like one knee up. Since that
As
wizard-
Guldor is probably like, see, I hate boats anyway. This is why we shouldn't be on the boat.
Those saves will do your turn, but if they are still there next turn, you could try to grab the passengers. For anyone who did not see
Boxes,
that, listeners,
passengers.
Seven fully shrugged and was like,
I mean, at the present moment, I only care about 4.5 characters right now.
Thank you for including Harold.
okay.
Always.
Bellith, before we actually enter your turn, Bellith, where is Harold?
I was gonna say Harold ain't even at this party. He's in my room sleeping. He's not even here.
Okay, all right. Okay, awesome. Yeah, he's probably like, you probably like left him like a nice little like piece of cheese to like nibble on.
Yeah.
He's kind of like fully nestled in like the comforters and things like that.
You will
Having no
not kill
idea
my
what's
rat
going on
today.
other than that like that little lurch. Yeah. Awesome. Go ahead, Bellith. What would you like to do?
Are they like flying? Like they're like flying? They're not like
all
sitting on the
flying,
boat?
Correct.
Okay. Is there anywhere where I can like get up like higher than just like the deck? Like is there like a Like an up?
Yeah. What I'll say is if you want to climb the rigging and the mast towards like the crow's nest, you absolutely can. I will say that you can, if you would try to like want to do this like very fast in the moment, make your way up. I will say make me an athletics check if you're going to do that.
Okay. I have -2 to athletics.
I like how everything has to be over the top and fancy. This is amazing.
Working with -2.
You're like, I need this to look a lot cooler than just shooting a bow and arrow.
That was almost a nat 20, but it wasn't. It moved. 12 minus 10.
Okay.
Wait, remember you have the bardic inspiration.
10 will do it.
Okay, never mind.
Okay, 10 does it. It's fine. Whew.
10 does it. So were you more imagining stuff like kind of like using like the netted ropes on the way up as like stirrups to like maintain your balance, or did you like want to fully get into like the crow's nest?
I want to like fully get up. There.
Okay. Great. So you get up into the crow's nest. So you're you now have a good vantage point of all the harpies below you. What would you like to do? We'll say that's your entire movement for the turn.
Yeah. Okay.
Hunter's mark.
Yeah, that's gonna be. I think I'm gonna cast Hunter's Mark on. Oh, I guess the one that was like lowering 7.
So the one that's singing starboard side. Okay.
Yeah.
Is there any sort of check for that, or is it just
I
happens?
just rolled on accident. That's my bad.
Totally random question.
It just does.
Can her thaumaturgy, the sound spell, can she imitate that sound?
Thaumaturgy.
That's so much better the way you say it. Is that? Not to the same effect,
like,
right?
Maybe like you could imitate like the sound like a little bit, but not to the same effect. Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
Okay.
And Hunter's Mark is one of your spells, right?
Yeah, it's a bonus action.
Great.
Then
you can see creature
I'm just-
within range. Okay, yeah. And then what else?
I'm just gonna shoot at it.
Absolutely, go ahead.
Might as well.
Like, I don't know.
Are you gonna say anything while you do it? Like, hey, your singing sucks.
Nah, I can't be bothered to talk to them. 24.
24 absolutely hits.
Okay.
So you pull back the bow and loose an arrow at this. Excuse me. And
Ooh. 12 points of damage.
wow.
And then I'm gonna do it again.
Kill that
That's
bird.
amazing.
Go
Kill
for
that
it.
bird.
Sorry,
and
were you singing something?
Including the Hunter's Mark additional damage.
Yep, yeah. Oh, I'm sorry, wait. That was. What did I say?
12.
Did I say
So
12?
for Hunter, was that you said 12
No,
damage? Yes.
I always. Yeah, okay, and then plus 3. So 12. So 15 damage. My bad.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna do it again.
Oh god, this is so cool.
Yes!
I feel like I'm watching a movie. This is great. I love when the
Bellith is taking no prisoners tonight.
Long time.
I'm gonna say compared to the gents on board, we've had a tree fall on his back, me almost fall off a boat, and you're killing harpies. So we got that going for us so far.
At least somebody's doing
Just
something
remind
here.
me.
Yep.
Just remind me, what is giving you a second attack here?
Dreaded Ambusher. It's on my first turn. If I make an attack, I can make an additional attack as part of that action, dealing extra 1d8 damage on top of my damage dice that I'm already doing, on top of Hunter's Mark.
Awesome. Fantastic. And I see that also increases
Take
your
that,
walking
DM.
speed as well, which would have made you get to the
Yeah.
crow's nest in any case. Amazing.
Okay,
All right,
yeah.
Go for it.
Lavina, if that ever happens again, I want you to kick the door down right before she does that, because it is just so rock and roll.
Yeah.
19 to hit.
Yes.
Hits.
Yo, Bellith.
Release back another arrow.
Tree, I hope you don't
What
have
kind
any
of
too
damage
many
looking
positive feelings about birds, because we're about to be down a few.
This isn't a bird.
17, 18,
It's a half
20
bird,
points of
half
damage.
creature.
20 plus the original 14? Oh my god.
Wow.
34 damage in the first round.
So this one like fully embeds in like almost like the middle of the chest. It's looking in very bad condition.
Sorry, what was that song again?
Concentration saving throw.
Why don't you speak up next time?
Maybe I'll step a little bit away from the edge of the boat before I say that.
Yeah, I was gonna say you're literally on the edge.
Oh,
So
What was it?
calm
What?
down.
What was the song?
So,
My seagull friends sing better than
the
you.
first time you hit the harpy, it was able to maintain its singing, but with that second shot being so critical and it putting it like almost like on its like last legs, that harpy stopped singing, and the passengers that were the two passengers that were about to jump overboard come to their senses in like full panic mode.
Don't worry,
You're
guys.
welcome.
Harold's crusty
Additionally-
skeletons, we're here to save you.
That sounds so bad.
Additionally, you see Captain Alara kind of come back to her senses, like, what just happened? And she starts, I'll say by the end of this round, she'll have turned the ship back towards the course it was heading, more along the coast rather than towards the coast. So instead of perpendicular, more towards parallel.
Wait till you meet our door friend.
Guldor, that is going to be you.
All right. So now is the harpy who was singing still up?
The harpy that was singing is still alive, but is no longer singing.
Stop singing. Check. Are any of the harpies clustered close to one another? Or are they all
No,
spread
they are
out?
all on each side of the ship. And I'll say that the one that that Bella shot at has like dropped almost like ship level in the air, rather than being like 15 feet up. It's now like almost ship level.
How far apart are they
Does
from
that
each
one
other?
So the ship width is 25 feet, so plus another 10 feet out from that. So each, so that's going to be what? They'd be
35 and 50, 45.
45 feet away from each other, width-wise, and then lengthwise, the ship is 75 feet long.
So each one
So
of them
that'd
is
be like,
outside of the boat,
95 feet away.
like hovering 10 feet away from the boat. Is that right?
Yep, and then 15 feet up in the air.
Okay.
Sorry, Guldor, you were saying?
So the one that Bellith hit with her arrow, is it looking like pretty injured? Is that?
It's looking like, yeah, like you could probably finish this thing off with a lucky hit.
Gotcha. What are Bellith's arrowheads made out of?
Awesomeness.
Just like
Stone?
a
Are they
regular,
metal? Are they?
wooden
are they
stone. I don't
bone?
think
Are
they're. I don't believe they're. Double check that right now.
Oh man, things are about to get exciting.
Yeah.
we haven't seen this side of Guldor yet.
Nah, it's this.
Inventory.
It doesn't say.
Let's play a fun game. Guldor,
Yeah,
what would you
well,
want them to be made out of?
Oh, I'd want them to be made out of metal.
Amazing. What are the chances of that?
Or for that matter, are any of the harpies wearing something that's made of metal?
Gold, you said, right? They're well
Or
off.
carrying something made of
I'll allow you to
metal.
make I will allow you to make another perception check on your turn. Go ahead. Because
All right,
Bellith
I'll
noticed. I
make
don't know if she
a perception
mentioned
check.
to you all, but I'll let you make another perception check since you're looking for it.
Son of a... It's another nat one.
Oh my god, what is happening?
Yeah.
It's the frickin'... The ship is like moving side to side. Dwarves are not made to go on ships.
Yeah, you're getting like so. I will say,
And the sun
'cause,
shines
like,
in his
you-
eye.
you-
Watch.
you-
I want to hear how a dwarf would like curse without being
obviously-
like losing our PG rating.
yeah, you. What I'll say is like you obviously have eyes, and you can see that they are wearing like rings and necklaces that are that you would normally presume to be metal. But you maybe ask out, Bellith, are they wearing metal?
Death metal.
I yelled out, I go, yeah, metal, gold, metal, yep, mm-hmm.
Do your thing, Mushroom Man.
All right, so I'm gonna take one of the harpies that's not been attacked yet. More difficult to reach. And I'm gonna cast heat metal on one of their necklaces.
Oh, fantastic!
There's that Guldor that we've been waiting for. Firebeard isn't just a name, is it?
Yeah.
No,
What is this craziness?
Is that going to be some sort of a saving throw, or?
It doesn't look like it. It looks like it just takes 2d8 damage when I first cast the spell.
Yeah, go ahead and roll me damage.
Excellent, I'll do that. All right, so heat metal. 10 points of damage.
10 points of
10
damage.
points of damage automatically from the scorch.
And this will be a concentration spell, correct? And I will make a Constitution saving throw for the harpies.
No, I froze for a second. I'm back.
So Guldor, you can, as a bonus action on each of your subsequent turns, you can cause that damage again. But right now, the harpy is actually going to
Yes, I can.
make the Constitution saving throw to see.
Actually, it does get a Constitution saving throw. Yep.
Not for the damage, but just to see if it will hold on to the object.
If it'll hold on to it or drop it.
All right.
Although I'm not sure that it can drop it if it's a necklace.
Can we just say it? Drop it like it's hot? I won't. I'm sorry. I withdraw that.
She would try to take it off. So if a creature is holding or wearing the object and takes damage from it, the creature must succeed on a Constitution saving throw or drop. So it actually failed its Constitution saving throw. It rolled a natural 3. So that means it would drop the object. But it now has, creature must succeed on a Constitution saving throw or drop the object if it can. Well, actually, I don't think it. I think you're right. I don't think it can drop the object. So it will have disadvantage on its attack rolls and ability checks until the start of Guldor's next turn. And we'll say that would be the port side harpy.
Gotta look at that map again. It's left.
Fantastic. Guldor, anything else on your turn?
Sounds good to me.
Okay.
I don't think so. Is anybody here injured? Because I think.
Not yet.
Just my pride.
He goes not yet.
Okay. Then no. I'm just gonna sit tight right there.
Okay. So harpy, the harpy that Bellith shot, has like a look of rage on her face, and is fully going to dive up at Bellith in the crow's nest here. So let's see. Bellith, 10 does not hit, correct?
Nope.
13?
Nope. 14 is my armor class.
Fantastic. So the harpy swings up towards the crow's nest, tries to take double slashes at you, fully misses due to its injured state, but is going to remain within your melee range proximity. So it's going to be like kind of hovering almost eye to eye right outside the crow's nest from you. That's going to bring us to the harpy that Guldor attacked with heat metal and has disadvantage, but it's going to fly towards Guldor. Let me check while he's gone, Guldor. Guldor's AC is 15, so one of those attacks. So I'll wait for Guldor to come back to resolve this.
And he's not going to, because I'm going to do cutting words, baby.
What is the reaction requirement for cutting words?
It says, as a reaction when a creature that is not immune to being charmed, you can see within 60 feet makes an attack roll, ability check, or damage roll. You can expend one use of Bardic Inspiration, roll the dice, and subtract the number from the creature's roll. You can do so after the roll, but before knowing the result.
So I'm going to ask you this. It made 2 attack rolls, 1 for each claw. Do you want to subtract it from the first or the second claw?
Well, that's not a question I normally get.
Choose wisely.
Tricky DM, tricky.
You're going to roll your Bardic Inspiration die to see how much you would subtract.
So let me see, I think it's a D6.
No worries.
Is it? Okay, so I roll D6, okay.
Yes, yours is a D6.
Sorry, I'm learning. This is helpful. All right, 4.
Okay, so would you like to subtract that from the first or second roll for each of
Everyone that says first, raise your hand. Second? Second seems more dreadly-like. Second? Okay, we'll go for second. Don't worry, Olivia. Since you and I are falling over and falling for both, let's just go with Bellith for this one.
You made a what's your AC? Guldor, it's 15, right?
It's like I'm peeling off a bandit.
Yes, 15.
Okay, so here there's a little bit of good news, bad news situation. The harpy actually missed its first attack, so that was wise. It actually crit on its second attack. Not joking. This harpy stat block, it can crit on a 19 and it rolled a natural 19 because it makes a dives attack. And so it will now just only make a regular attack towards Guldor.
I did something good.
So Guldor is wobbling around and Guldor dodges the first attack just because of his seasickness. But the harpy uses that momentum to make the second claw attack. And Guldor, you're going to take 3 damage.
Okay. Could have been worse, right?
Okay. Then the harpy towards the stern of the ship is going to start singing.
That's the back.
Could I
hate it.
Can I please have the group make a wisdom saving throw again? And for any of you landlubbers at home, I'm not using the Monster Manual stat block, if you're wondering why this is happening.
Landlubbers. Love it. Okay, 18 this time.
20.
Fantastic.
12.
Remember, you got Bardic Inspiration. You still have a Bardic.
Yeah, strength, dexterity, constitution, saving throw. Got it.
Which is funny,
Yeah, 19, baby.
Wow. Very nice.
I found out that in 5th edition, a normal arrow consists of a wooden shaft with a metal arrowhead. So for future reference,
Fantastic.
the next time
Wait,
Bellith,
you're telling me that whenever you feel inspired, you could light her arrows on fire?
Well, yeah. So once
a tag team.
Once Bellith sinks an arrowhead deep into a
I will
monster, I can just
absolutely rule of cool that.
heat it up until it's scorching hot, and then they can't drop it. Just saying.
100%.
Wait, let's just for a hot second here. No pun. She rolls into action. She gets a bonus attack. She climbs up a rafter. You light the thing on fire. She shoots it, and no one else has basically had a turn yet. That's insane.
I probably want
That's how
to
we
wait
do.
until it's actually embedded in the monster before I heated it up like that. But yes.
Valid point. I guess you want to light your bow on fire.
What I am going to roll
Yeah.
for right now are the people. So I will say with all your successes, everyone, you are now immune from the singing effects after that second one. You are fully aware of the ins and outs of that tune, and you know how to resist its charms. Whether the passengers do though.
Hey Liam, real quick, I just didn't get to. I didn't get to go yet. Is that I'm last, right?
You go after the harpies in initiative order.
Oh, okay.
So we still have to
Gotcha.
resolve the rest of the harpies. So that was harpy number 3 who started singing.
Is tree big enough to block people from like jumping off the boat?
Tree, what's your size in the game?
I'd like to say I'm plus size. You know.
Go like this.
We'll go to features.
What would I be?
According to Gold, you're friggin' huge.
Where does this say how big you are? I'm gonna say you're probably a medium-sized creature for the moment.
Don't take it personal.
No, I'm more. You know, if this was like, you know, Abercrombie and Finch, I'd be more of the relaxed fit rather than the straight fit. You know.
Let me just find that on my D&D Beyond site somewhere. That's relaxed fit size tree. Perfect,
Yeah,
got it.
we'll say medium for now. But you could absolutely like make an opposed like strength check against the passengers that are trying to hop overboard if it comes to that. Back to how the passengers and Captain Alara rolled. Captain Alara passed her check this time. However, she's going to keep making is not as sturdy as you all. However, the passengers, one of the passengers rather, that was attempting to jump off the starboard side is now making their way towards the stern of the ship. So they take their full movement, and they're about 15 feet from the edge of the stern, edge of the stern to hop over. So they're kind of actually by Captain Alara by the wheel. So that's only right now one passenger trying to jump off the ship, and we will lastly the last harpy at the bow of the ship at the front is going to swing towards 7. 7 does a 12 hit.
13 armor class.
Okay, great. So the harpy also dives towards you, makes her slashing claws attacks. You see like these long, gnarled, dirty claws swinging towards you. One misses, the other scratches you across the face though, and you are going to take 5 points of damage.
That's not pleasant. Or sanitary.
Last but not least, it is Tree's turn.
Yes! Finally!
So Tree, you have
Show him what's up, Tree.
You have one harpy. I'll say the last harpy that hit 7. So 7. It's actually gonna start flying back up like 10 feet. So if you want to take an attack of opportunity real quick before Tree goes, I'm sorry, Tree. You may roll a d20
yeah, dude.
and go for I guess at this point an unarmed attack.
Is that how that works? Like I can't just throw a so you can't do something like vicious mockery, right?
You cannot use vicious mockery as an attack of opportunity. It has to be, unless you have the Warcaster feat, it has to be some sort of melee attack.
So if I have unarmed strike and I have a +1, I just roll and add 1 to the d20? That's all it is.
Exactly. That's exactly what you're doing. You're doing an unarmed strike.
Does a 12 hit?
12 does hit.
All right. Wait, why does it say damage is 0? What do I do here?
You can roll me a d4.
Oh man. Let the record show I'm doing 1d4 damage for punching. 2.
Fantastic. So you clip this thing on its way back up. So Tree, just to give you an idea of where everything is, there's one harpy by the crow's nest where Bellith is. There's one harpy floating above 7 that on the starboard side. There's one harpy that is singing by the stern of the ship where the passenger is trying to jump off. And I feel like I'm missing a harpy. Or did I mention them all? Oh, and then there's one on the port side.
Okay. So I will try to finish the harpy that is by 7. And I will attack that one.
Go get him, bud.
Sure. So, how are you attacking this? It's 10 feet up in the
Maybe
air.
I should go for the one. Well, you said the one by the stern is still singing.
Yes, it is. Mm-hmm.
I kind of feel like I should stop the singing like you guys did.
I'm into it. Wait, did you say that we won't be affected by the singing anymore? Just the passengers on the boat?
Correct.
But saving the passengers could help us.
Yes, that would be Oathy.
Yeah, all right. I'll go for the singing one. Forget it. I'm gonna go to the stern and I'll try to stop the singing one.
With you only have a 20-foot walking speed, so I'll say you can make it about to where the passenger that's trying to jump off is. So you would be able to probably get closer to the stern harpy next turn, but would you like to try to stop the passenger this turn?
Yeah, I'll do that.
Can
Sure.
you throw the
Roll me
passenger at the harpy?
make me a strength check.
Strength, here we go. Come on, strength. Nat 20.
Whoa!
Yeah, so this person tries to struggle, but they are no match for your Warforged body. You are fully able to lock them down.
Don't let that go to your head.
Despite their struggles. And so what do you try to say to this person?
I say, have no fear, for the tree is here, my friend. And just like, I know you're not my family and all, but I'll save you, because that's what I do.
Nice. You are fulfilling your oath as a paladin. A wisdom saving throw for the passenger that Tree has. I'm going to give them advantage because of Tree's words.
Wow.
And they pass. You are able to snap them out of their reverie. With that, we're going to go back to 7.
Wait, just a quick question. I have a lot of questions. I'm sorry. If he's able to snap a passenger out of that state of being charmed, can he tell the passenger,
I'm a tree bro.
Hey, passenger, quick. Yes, you'll tell them you're a tree and you like the beans, but can you tell a passenger to help try to wake up the other passengers that are being charmed? Or is that like not a thing?
You could. They're all kind of like cowering right now because they are not heroes. They are very common people. However, you can ask them, and I'll say it wasn't necessarily Tree directly. Tree definitely helped them, but they were making their own save at the end of what would be their turn, the end of the round.
Oh, so they might not be able to like save each other. They have to save themselves in a sense. They have to snap out of it themselves.
For the wisdom, yeah, for the wisdom saving throw, absolutely. But things like what Tree did can give them advantage.
Okay. All right. So then
I gave them I extended
right now,
a branch for help. You know what I mean?
Oh, I see what you did there. That's like a tree joke. That's
You
nice.
see that? You see that?
So right now there's no harpies that are within 10 feet of each other, right? They're all kind of scattered right now. Still in the present moment.
Yeah, you got one by you, one by Guldor, one by Bellith, and one at the stern.
All right, I think Burn a spell slot or not. I think I'm going to... I don't know if this is going to work or not. Is the one still singing?
Yep.
All right, I'm gonna cast
like
command.
30. So that harpy is at least 40 feet away from you.
So it says I have a range area of 60 feet for command.
That's great. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so I'm gonna cast command, and I'm gonna do halt to stop it from singing. Quick question: if Guldor casts fiery awesomeness on Tree's warhammer, will it burn his hands off? What's the handle made out of? Like silicone?
Rubber?
I know, seriously. I want to craft something. I changed my mind. I want to make Tree a rubber handle.
You've got to be touching the metal when I cast a spell
Oh, really?
for it to happen.
So we can't make him like a soft to the touch silicone handle?
No. No, that's bad.
So it's really not good to
It's
be
really
holding
much more
it when
like
you're using it. Okay.
something you're wearing, or like your armor, or
All right.
the really
Sounded
cool
good
weapon
through
that the villain has that they're using. You cast it on that to make them drop it. Yeah, I was like, ooh, heat metal. This one's fun.
That was a great surprise, by the way.
So what is your command, 7?
The command is halt. The target doesn't move and takes no action. A flying creature stays aloft provided it's able to do so. Treeless. It must move to stay aloft. It flies Guldorless. Treeless. Bridget, don't go anywhere.
I'm here. I'm good.
Sorry.
It's command. I'm terrible at command. I think you're choosing from a pick list, so I'm saying the halt option would be the one that I guess would stop it from doing anything, right? It doesn't move, takes no action. Flying creature stays aloft, provided that it's able to do so. It must move to stay aloft. It flies to the minimum distance needed to remaining in air. I believe that's what I'm going for to stop it from singing.
I will say that you could say also the word stop. It sounds like what you're going for. Because halt,
Yes.
it's saying takes no actions. It doesn't need to take an action to continue singing. It just needs to
Okay.
maintain
Thank you.
concentration. So if you say stop, that would get the no movement and actions, but also make it stop singing. So it's going to make
Okay.
the wisdom saving throw. We're going to do a little moment of truth here. I'm going to roll this in the D&D Beyond thing, and we're going to see if
The dice of
passes
fate.
or wisdom saving throw. Oop, can I not? Hold on, I got this. Let me just do it on.
You shall not pass.
All right. Maybe Bellith, can you let me know if you see this?
Mm-hmm.
So she has +0 to wisdom. So what was the spell DC? 7?
It would be a DC Wisdom 13.
Ooh, nice.
So the harpy rolled a 12. It needed a 13 to beat. So this harpy fully stops midair and is just floating
Shall
there.
not pass.
Can't take any actions. Can't speak. Can't
Nice.
sing. 7. Anything else for your turn?
I want to turn to my party and give them the thumbs up.
You did it!
I think we got this, guys.
Guys, we can do this!
I think this is great. We're
you
doing
all-
good.
You all can take some regular inspiration.
Regular old inspiration.
Good old fashioned
Not
thumbs up.
bardic. I'm sorry, it's not bardic, but it's something. We could talk about the possibility of like using maybe like a luck point system or something like that in the future if you want to.
Wait, it is a really silly question. So on the character sheet, it says inspiration. There's like a little half of a sun. It looks like a worm front. Thank you. How do you decide? Okay. We're gonna have to definitely edit that out of the show. How do you just? What does it mean if it's glowing with the sun symbol? It means you have the inspiration currently.
Yeah.
Correct.
Okay.
What does inspiration do?
Oh, did you already have it on by accident?
Apparently.
So I believe it should give you advantage on your next D20 roll.
Oh, sick.
I'm gonna keep that forever.
I will say inspiration typically goes away at the end of each sitting session.
Has a milk date?
That's a milk date.
It does. It does.
By the way, did you guys see my text message of the boat? I'm definitely meant for adventuring. I'm like, which part is which part of the boat?
That was. That was perfect.
Sorry about that. It took me extra long to log back in. Yeah, no, it just, I think Chrome crashed, so took me a while to get back in. Sorry.
All right. 7. So with that, anything else for your turn? Would you like to move anywhere? You're gonna stay put.
Right now, I'm really close to one of them, right?
There's one
The
like 10
scratch
feet
marks
above
of
you.
his. I think
Yeah,
I'd
there's
like
one
to
10 feet
back
above you.
away. Yeah, I think I get closer to the party.
Sure. So you could either be.
Wait,
so
will I get an
Bellith is up
attack
in the
of
crow's
opportunity
nest.
if I? Yeah, I want to just double check that I'm
No,
getting hit
you
on the process.
will not be at risk for an attack of opportunity, as she went 10 feet away. So you could either go towards Tree, who is heading stern side, or Guldor, who is closer to port side. Right now you're on starboard.
So I'm a starboard. Guldor's at port, and where is Bellith?
Like middle mast, crow's nest.
Okay, so I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna kind of hang towards the middle of the center of the ship, and just kind of be
Sure.
sort of kind of like
Absolutely. So
ready to
you're
help
kind of central.
everyone. Yeah.
Yeah. Good thinking. Okay. Bellith, that is going to be you.
Okay. Is there any, like... Well, there's one right in front of me, right?
There is one right in front of you.
And, like, that's the one that's, like, hurt.
That is the one that is hurt. Correct.
Okay. Is there any other ones that are, like, close to me, but, like, down, like, lower?
Yeah, so you can really attack either the starboard or the port side harpies, who are respectively to like your left and right, below who were originally attacking Seven and Goldor.
I'm looking to do
Go for the starboard.
I'm looking to do something messy.
Dangerous. Yes.
I want to know that if I kill this
right.
thing, like, I don't know if I kill this thing, right? Like, it's gonna fall because it's flying, right?
Will take damage if you kill it midair. Correct.
Right, and then it's gonna fall.
And then it's gonna fall.
Right, so
You
I
want
don't
to
know
land
if
on-
there's any, like, of these harpies down below me that this thing, if I stab it hard enough, will it then fall on and then do bludgeoning damage to that one?
Like a chain reaction? This is amazing. Bowling with harpies. This should be the name of the episode.
So I just want to make sure
Going for a
I'm understanding correctly. So you want to shoot one harpy into another is kind of what you're saying.
I want to stab this one, hope that I kill it, and then have it drop onto another one that's lower. If that's a possibility.
I like the way she thinks.
Me too. This is amazing.
I
there's
don't
one
think
that's
a
there.
possibility based on
Yeah.
the current
Okay.
yeah. I don't think with the what kind of attack would you be doing? You would be trying to stab it with like a dagger or something?
With a short sword.
A short sword. So what I will say is it's going to be a strength check to see how far away, because I'll say if you stab this thing, it's going to die.
With finesse, though, would you say it's more of like a...
No. So, if you would like to make a pure strength check as like this moment of truth, if you can push it close enough towards, we'll say, what's it called? 7's harpy, who would be the closest. Additionally, I will tell you it's going to be a DC at least 20.
You're not
DC
kidding
20
that one or no?
strength check. Is that even possible
that's
for
fine.
you? And you have Bardic Inspiration, I think.
Yeah, because I'm
Don't
gonna roll
forget
with
you rock too hard for
just
one
'cause of
hand.
the inspiration, and then I'm gonna roll with Bardic too. So it's it's possible. Maybe.
Through all of her luck charms and everything she's got right now.
All right, go for it.
Oh, so you can use the inspiration and the bardic inspiration, and you
You can certainly try. You know.
Bellith. What do we got?
Okay, wait.
No way.
So
No
It's gonna
way.
be true.
it's 18 plus 6, and then minus 2. So that's 20, right? I don't want to do math right now.
That's a 20.
But that's
That's 20.
24
That is
minus
20.
2, so it's 22.
Yeah, this is my mistake for making the bar too
It's a
low.
22.
So
Did this to yourself.
I did this to myself. Bellith, in that moment that you like pull yourself together to stab this harpy, as the wind is blowing and you hear the waves crashing against the ship, you hear a voice. You have the skills. Very low, almost like if someone's whispering it in your ears. And you push your short sword forward into the harpy, launching it towards the starboard side harpy. I'm going to roll damage to see how badly this other harpy is going to get hit by the one that you launched into it. It is going to take 12 points of damage as you launch the one harpy into another. Okay. So the one harpy drops to the floor dead, and the other one, it's still flying, but it looks like one of its wings is injured, as it's trying to float in the air, and it's clearly struggling to do so. So it will now be making its movements with much greater difficulty from here on out. Bellith, anything else for your turn?
Can I take another one and push it into one? Can I move my Mayor's Mark to a different one as a bonus action?
You're doing great up there.
I believe do that. Let's just double check the circumstances. So Hunter's Mark. If the target drops to 0 points before the spell ends, did you take damage from it by any chance? Before?
Did I take damage?
Correct.
No.
Okay, so you wouldn't have had to make your concentration saving throw. Yeah, you can absolutely mark a new creature with your Hunter's Mark.
Okay. There's one by tree, right?
There's one stern 7 commanded to stop. That is the one that tree is heading towards.
Okay, I'm gonna do Hunter's Mark on that one.
Fantastic. And will that be all?
Yeah. Do you want me to do more? Because I can.
Guldor.
Do more.
All right, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use my bonus action to continue to cause heat damage to that harpy who I was, whose necklace
Sure,
is
roll the
burning hot.
2d8.
Yep, let me find my 2D.
Great.
Come on. There it is. 14.
14, wow. All right. So its rose gold necklace starts to burn up, and this thing is trying to shriek in pain, but it is still under Seven's command and is like silently writhing in the air as its skin is starting to burn up. Oh, I'm sorry. This is a different harpy. I'm sorry. This is a different harpy.
I'm okay with that. It's fine.
Yes.
That was different.
So the one by you is streaking fully out loud, and it's actually like almost like painful to the ears. And it looks like this thing looks like it emerged from like a little lava pit.
Your song has no effect on me, you foul creature.
It goes.
All right. Sorry. And then that was a bonus action, so I get a real action. Is there any harpy that's still uninjured?
Yes, the one that has been stopped by Seven on stern side, which from you would be again like roughly
Gotcha.
we'll say 40.
Okay. Is it within 5 feet of anything else, or is it like off the side?
It is off the side.
I'm gonna cast. I'm gonna cast Ice Knife at it then.
Absolutely. Roll to hit.
Ooh, not so good. I only got a 10.
Yeah, so your ice knife looks like it's about to pierce through its head, but flies right past her hair. But you can kind of see like the wind from the ice knife push her hair back a little bit.
Yeah. The cool thing about Ice Knife though is that even if it misses,
Absolutely.
it still
How much
explodes.
is exploding damage?
So it gets a dex save.
Dex save, fantastic.
Let me make sure it's a dex save actually. Yes, it's a dex save. Otherwise, it takes 2d6 cold damage.
Go ahead and roll me 2d6 cold damage.
I will. Five.
Fantastic. All right, and anything else for your turn, Guldor?
Oh no, that's plenty.
Okay, so that is going to be the Harpy's turns. The harpy that is next to Guldor is first gonna fly 20 feet up in the air, and Guldor, you get an attack of opportunity with your quarterstaff. So if Guldor's having technical difficulties, all right, just to keep things moving on behalf of Guldor, it's gonna be from his character page. I'm gonna roll to do the opportunity attack. He succeeds and does 2
Nice.
damage
Good job, Guldor.
to the harpy as it flies 20 feet in the air. This thing is burnt and pissed off, so it can conduct a dive attack against Guldor. It is now going to use the remainder of its flying speed to rush
no.
Guldor.
No, I'm here.
So Guldor, does 17 hit your AC?
Oh yes, it does.
All right, so it is gonna get a 2 successful hits. No, actually, it does. It does crit on one of them. It rolled a natural 19 on its dive attack. So, bear with me here. That is going to be 14 points of damage. This thing swoops down and is just going at your. It is trying to pull out your beard at this point with its claws, and your face is going bloody and ravaged. This thing is again fully pissed off that you have burnt it.
Yeah.
And then so that was that was that harpy. The harpy that Seven commanded cannot do anything, and that is going to bring us to the starboard side harpy, who is going to go up to Bellith and make an attack. Will not get the dive action though. It gets 1 hit on Bellith for a full 6 damage. on that die roll. So Bellith, it's this thing, having seen it, you killed its broodmate. Swipes at you, misses once, swipes again, and scratches your right shoulder.
Can I use
shoulder?
Hellish Rebuke as a reaction?
Absolutely.
More fire.
Yeah, no, for really though. It has to make a.
So I'm gonna make a. I believe the harpy's gonna make a dex saving.
Yeah,
12. Okay, it rolled. It rolled a 10, but it only has a +1 to dex. It fails this dex roll.
Okay, and then it's
Oh, yes.
2d10, right? That's not a d10.
Wow. It says 2d10 here, but it says it's a second level,
'Cause it's, yeah,
on your
so it's
sheet.
3d10.
so it should be 3d10.
Wow.
Oh, that's awesome. Okay, 19 points of damage.
Damn.
While it does not kill it, this thing, you burn this harpy's hair off, whereas Guldor like mangled the other harpy's like body. You burn this harpy's hair
Yes.
fully off. This thing's looking like an Anakin Skywalker on
Yes.
Mustafar right now.
Wow. You know what happened, Harpy? She had the high ground.
Damn right.
Literally.
That was the #1 mistake.
You know what else Harpies hate? Harpies hate sand.
Tree, that is going to be your turn.
It's time to bring down my warhammer on this harpy.
So Tree, I'll say you can make it to Guldor's port side harpy from where you are, but you cannot. The stern side harpy is still floating off the ship,
Man, come on.
so you wouldn't be able to make a melee attack. I will say you have other options available to you other than
All
your
right,
hammer.
let me look. Let me see what I got going on
Nothing
here.
as delicious as a Warhammer, though, you know?
Seriously.
Can you kind of like pew 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 paladin stuff? Like, you got anything down there? You got a little.
I'm looking for the. I got some
Holy
pew
shock
pew
or
stuff, but it's
something?
not really what I was looking to do.
You do have a cantrip spell that you can make a ranged attack, and it can also hit multiple enemies.
Nudge, nudge, wink, wink. Know what I mean? Know what I mean? Send them more. Send them more.
Ding 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 ding.
All right, so I'll do that, I guess.
So even though it says a range of 5 feet, that's your that's you say the word on your like basically in your range, but each creature of your choice that you can see will take that.
You could have done this the entire time.
And we'll flavor it for this time that it'll work like that. So we're gonna.
Well, I only went once and I saved somebody.
Well, like an airplane. Always put on your mask first, my friend.
Exactly.
The harpy that is port side is going to roll me a d6.
Roger
Tree.
that. Rolling a d6.
Roger, Roger.
That's a number 4.
It's like you're landing a
boys and
plane.
girls.
All right. Okay. That is the only one affected. Anything else for your turn?
Can I do a blessing here? I want to bless. It's a buff.
You used your action already.
Oh, okay. So then, can I?
You have your bonus actions that are available to you are Ensnaring Strike and Thunderous Smite that I can see for right now.
So,
You also have Channel Divinity options to you.
all right. So I want to try to bring this thing to the deck, so that I could hit it with my Warhammer. So could I go with Snaring Strike to kind of root it? It's like a root spell, right?
So it says the next time you hit a creature with a weapon attack before the spell ends, So concentration up to 1 minute. A writhing mass of thorny vines appears at the point of impact. So basically, the next time you would hit them with your warhammer, that would happen. But you can, I believe, as a bonus action, you can cast it now and like pretty much ready that thing for the future.
Okay.
So you can absolutely do that if you would like.
So here's my thought process here. I do want to cast that, but I also want to move towards the middle of the ship and start climbing the crow's nest, so I can kind of like jump off and hit this harpy.
I mean, is everybody just going up there? I'll go up there too. Everyone just see what?
Nobody come up here.
Is that? Can I do that?
You don't have enough movement speed to do that right now, but you can certainly get to the base of the mast for the crow's nest to get ready for that.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. So then maybe for like next turn. So I'm like prepped. I got my vines on my thorns on my hammer, and I'm right at the bottom of the crow's nest, so that next turn I can kind of do that whole thing.
So you can click cast on the Snare Strike, so it takes that spell slot. And with that, it's going to be going back to 7.
Yes. All right. Are any of the harpies, since their last movement, are they closer together now? Are there any that are?
So let's see. We got one at like 12 feet away from you on port side. We have the stern side one, and we have the one by Bellith above you at the crow's nest.
So I'm trying to figure out if I do shatter, if they're it's got to be 10-foot radius, so I can't do it in such a way where I can hit 2 of them, right?
No, not right now.
Okay. If that's the case, then I think I'm going to go for Dissonant Whispers. So I'm going to do Dissonant Whispers as a level 2 spell.
Okay.
It does, by Whisper, a melee only one creature of your choice can hear. Terrible pain. It must make a wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, it takes 3d6 psychic damage, and it's a save on a wisdom 13. I'm going to go for, I guess, the one that's at full health, I guess?
So that's the stern side one. It passes its wisdom saving throw, but it still will take half damage, so you can roll for damage.
Okay, so then it's sorry. So I do 3d6 and I just divide it by 2, or I don't have.
Yeah, whatever your result is, we divide by 2.
All right. Well, it's worth a shot. Here we go. So that's pretty good. 10, 16. So then that's 8 damage.
So you kind of turn the tables on this other harpy that was singing its song to try to maybe get some new rings and things like that. But now you whisper with magic into its ears the melancholy that you've been feeling from Val's disappearance.
You want to hear a song? I've got a song for you.
And somehow you make it into a joke. All right.
Just for fun.
No. Okay. Anything else?
I know, seriously, of course, right? Shocking. I don't think I can do anything else right now, so I'm just going to.
Correct.
Yeah, I didn't really have to move for that, right? I'm good. I'm kind of where I am. Right,
awesome.
For that, you don't have to move.
Guldor.
Okay, I think I'm gonna stay put right now.
All right, I'm going to cast
just
Heat Metal
before
on my
we
perennial victim here.
lock. Yeah. Before we actually lock
Not cast
in
it, I'm gonna,
reactivating
reactivate it.
metal. Creature. So that was concentration. I did forget to have you make your concentration saving throw from the last hits you got. So please, can you make a concentration saving throw for me?
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Right. Got it. Hold on one second.
Correct. Mm-hmm.
Is that to see that he's continuing the spell? Is that the idea?
Yeah, the ability to keep doing that. All right. concentration.
Yeah, you can
is
exactly. So you can go to your saving
under
throws.
Constitution, or it's
Or rather, sorry, this is a concentration check. So you're gonna, yeah, you can make a Constitution saving throw. Correct.
yeah. 19.
19 passes. So you may continue to do your damage to the harpy.
All right. All right, I will do that then. I'm going to do my 2d8 damage. 15.
You heat this necklace up one last time, and it fully melts into the chest cavity of this harpy, causing it to fall to the ground, and in fact, it's like almost starting to disintegrate through the top layer of the deck now. Not quite yet, but it's fully burst through the chest cavity of this harpy, who is now dead.
Nice.
Anything else, Guldor?
I think I got her. All right, I'm going to, because I
got him.
more than a little bit of damage there. I'm going to cast Healing Spirit 5 feet away from me, and then walk into it to heal myself for 1 to 6 points damage.
Absolutely.
That's 5 points damage. All right. All right, and then the Healing Spirit, which is near me, can cast that heal 5 more times. Anybody who starts their turn or moves into the space where the Healing Spirit is can heal for 1 to 6 points damage, and that can happen 5 more times.
Fantastic.
So,
All
all right,
right.
and that's the end of my turn.
Oh, sorry. Did we skip you, Bellith? I'm sorry.
I think so.
Did you move the hunter's mark? And
Let me shoot things, Liam.
yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. Shoot things.
No, because I think I used my reaction. So
That's
Well,
why.
I wanna light things on
That's
fire
right.
too.
My
so
bad.
that's why.
My
yeah.
bad.
Yeah, I think the DM was avoiding Bella because she's just wreaking havoc on these harpies.
I'm messing
Kill all
Liam's whole
those
combat up.
I mean, between like Orlip's like burning chest cavity and Bellith's like
Honestly, I was
65
afraid this was going to be
damage,
difficult
and
combat,
this
and
is going on.
now.
Which one has my hunter's mark on it?
Let me double check. Oh no, you put it on the one that's stern side. That was stop singing.
Okay.
Yeah,
Has that one taken damage yet?
it has taken a little bit of damage. Thanks
Okay.
to
I'm gonna shoot that one.
go for it.
She's gonna shoot it. She says she's gonna shoot it, but she's gonna kill it. That's the difference. Yeah.
12.
Yeah, shooting is a
12
nice way of
hits.
putting what she's
Go
about
for
to do to that
damage.
thing.
Oh, I didn't think it would.
So good, right?
Of course it does.
Yes.
15.
15 damage. All right, this thing is also looking on like it's like on its last legs. It starts to
Times.
get more down to ship level. Sorry, I was just
Yes.
making a roll real quick.
Drop so I can hit you with the Warhammer.
Did anyone else? Sorry, Belle, did you want to do anything else on your turn? Oh, and did you roll for the extra d6?
Is there one that's like up near me? Yeah.
Right now, yes. There. No, the one that was the hair was burned. Yes. Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's just he's okay. Never mind. Yeah, we're good. I'm good.
You're good. Okay. Yep. So there's the one
it.
by you with the hair burned off, looking very bad right now, and then also the one that is now stern side, is looking like it is regretting waking up this morning. So that will bring us to now the harpy's turn. The harpy that is stern side is going to try to it's going to dive for the passenger that was last affected by the song, and is going to try to grab them. We're gonna say it's an opposed strength check, or rather, I'll have the passenger make the dexterity, and the harpy make a strength check here. So I'm going to roll for the harpy using D&D Beyond, so you can see the roll. I'm going to say it's going to need to pass DC 10 to successfully pick up this passenger.
That's amazing. Sorry, we were trying to figure out the title of this episode. That is outstanding. Shot through the harpy is amazing.
It was good. I was going to suggest I'm a harpy girl, but I think shot through the harpy
I
works.
actually missed the roll.
God.
What did I roll?
In a harpy world, burning hulls of plastic.
This harpy just succeeds, picks up the passenger, and is now at the starboard edge of the ship in the air with passenger in hand. The other harpy that is next to Bellith is going to continue attacking Bellith here. Both hit, one a crit. I've been rolling 19s all day, folks. No, that wasn't a die. That was not a crit, because that was not a die attack.
man.
So it's going to be regular hits to Bellith. 4 damage to Bellith. As she continues to take some swipes at you for ruining her hair and putting it on fire.
Yikes.
It is then going to, after attacking you, move with its compatriot towards the starboard side. Bellith, you do get a melee opportunity of attack.
Yeah, she does.
Is that... I can hit it with any melee weapon, right? It doesn't have to be like...
One of
advantage,
your melee
right?
actions, correct.
Okay.
Tree, give her your warhammer.
Can you imagine?
And then
It was 18 on the dice. Is that...
18 hits.
Okay.
So this would presumably be your short sword, probably, right?
Yeah. 7 damage.
Fantastic. So as this thing tries to move away, you stab it through its chest. Blood bursts. And as you release the sword, the harpy is going to fall to the ground. It is going to take some of the rigging down with it, but this harpy is now dead with only the one remaining with the passenger in hand. That is going to come to Tree's turn.
Yes.
Wait, back to that.
Okay.
So Tree, just
And we
before
are
you make a
back to
decision,
me.
let me paint you a picture. You are by the center mast. I will say,
Yes.
as it was near the starboard edge, you have just enough walking speed to make your way and do a melee attack. If you would still like to go with your original plan, you're gonna have to use your entire walking speed to climb up the netting. You're gonna make an athletics DC 20 check to try to jump from midair and attack the harpy, and then do your normal, and then go from there. So, Tree, what would you like to do?
I never make things easy, my friend.
Use your warhammer, baby.
No, wait. I have enough speed to get to the harpy, right?
You do. If you walk up to the
All right.
harpy, who just picked up the passenger,
And I can hit the harpy from where it is. Like, it's not too high in the air.
yep, it's low enough because it had to grab the passenger.
Now, I'm torn because I want to make this an epic kill. I do. It's just going to be an epic kill flying from the crow's nest and bringing down rain on this
Just
harpy.
get off the boat.
But knowing me and you know, maps being my worst enemy, I could definitely miss or fall into the ocean. So I'm gonna just make a beeline straight to this harpy.
But you keep the same. You're gonna move with the boat when you jump. It's okay. You're gonna keep the same.
Yeah. I'm gonna do instead of like climbing the crow's nest and making this epic killing swing move from the air, I'm just gonna kind of take a hop towards the harpy. I'm gonna swing my warhammer.
Tree starts hop like with like its hammer, like la da la da da, and roll to hit Tree.
Yes.
Let the record show that hops don't count for athletics checks.
I was gonna say, Bellith is like sitting on the crow's nest with just her head in her hands. Like, oh my god.
I picture this humongous thing skipping through the air.
I made this so easy for you, and you're skipping.
Like he's in this happy place, skipping and singing along.
Oh, come on. And I roll an 8.
Oh, good.
Don't forget, you have inspiration. You can roll with advantage if you want to use your inspiration.
Okay, hold on. I do want to use my inspiration.
Rolls a 2.
Because I need to be inspired.
Yeah, I was just thinking that too.
Do you still have Bardic inspiration, or did you use it? Do you still have Bardic, or did you use it?
I think I still have it. I never used Bardic of inspiration.
That's a great time.
Well, no, Seven gave you. I think right, Seven, you gave him Bardic inspiration.
I got Bardic inspiration.
I gave it to Bellith.
That was a mistake.
Oh, Bellith. Okay.
But he does have inspiration from you. He still has his inspiration and use it.
All right, so I will use my inspiration. Once I can find it. I see. Why am I? Oh, here it is.
It's like watching a horror movie through your fingers.
Wait a second.
The anticipation is killing everybody.
So,
I know. I'm.
So, Tree, before you go further, you went back to rolling just normal d20s instead of clicking your action. If you swung with your Warhammer, you forgot to add your +3 to your 8, which brings you to 11, which is a hit.
Oh, sweet. Okay. So, yes, that's what I meant to do.
So, Tree.
All right.
Tell me how you kill this harpy.
Thank gosh.
Yes!
Don't forget you got your mines.
Finally! As I am making my way towards this harpy, you know, I'm kind of walking over with like purpose, you know, like I have this stare coming from my eyes, like you tried to bring harm upon my friends and family, and I shall punish you now, right? That's like the look that I'm giving this harpy. And then, you know, I was thinking about, as I'm about to bring up my hammer, the thought
you burned through your entire term because you spoke too long.
The thought of jumping from the crow's nest passed through my mind. So I wanted to kind of recreate that action. So, but I'm just so heavy and I do like this awkward hop. And as I do this awkward hop, I kind of like trip and just smash its face with my warhammer. And I'm like, yeah, I meant to do that, guys. He's dead.
So your warhammer comes down on the harpy's face, crushes it in between that and the deck, and then from there bursts a vine that rips the rest of the body apart. And the passenger is just like terrified and shaking, like as this thing is eviscerated from this plane. Fantastic job, everyone. So with Tree's attack, the last of the harpies are dead. from there, the passengers that were cowering on deck start to like compose themselves and get up and start helping clean up the things and everything like that. Is there anything you would like to do while you're on top deck or talk to anyone? Otherwise, we can pause it here for this session, this episode of campaign.
Do they remember what happens even though they were charmed?
Fully, yes.
Is everyone okay?
So the guy that was next to the guy that was next to Tree is going, well, you know, I don't know if I was more afraid of being taken by the harpy or what I saw this tree do to the harpy. And so this person like looks at Tree like, oh my god, this is a life-ending force. This is someone not to be crossed. This is a person where if I say the wrong thing around them, I may end up dead.
That's right. We're all going to retire to our cabin and let the record show that no one needs to bother us for the rest of the trip.
Captain Alara looks at you. She's like, once again, I have you all to thank for my ship. We may be slowed down by the damage to the rigging. We're going to try to get you to Camp Shimmerlake by morning still, despite the rigging.
Can we just ask you one favor?
Another favor?
I mean, we really did the most of it. Can we increase the Roman numeral by 1?
So she like she looks like to like the passengers like you want to talk about this in front of these passengers? You want to talk about this in front of them?
Those people, the ones that we all just saved? Us?
She goes,
the heroes?
She goes, from here on out, this will be known as the floating box of death, the 6th. Yes! With that, one of the passengers passes out.
If we get to 7, Air 5, everybody. I mean, of course.
Some of the crew starts coming up to clean up and things like that. The passengers go to their respective spaces. Can everyone give me, before we end here, everyone give me a perception check before we end.
Oh, this would be good. Wait,
14
plus
10.
20. 22, not net.
12 for me.
Entry.
I said I rolled a 10. I'm sorry.
So to everyone but 7, it just kind of looks like they're going through the drudgery of like sailor's life. Like it was like, you know, having to clean like these things happen. But 7, you notice, especially as like charismatic as you are and like kind of like the, you don't like portray yourself this, but like you're kind of like a people person, like, or at least like you like people watching, right? Like you have like a keen eye for some of these things. You know how to get a crowd going or stopping, or you know how people can react. You see these sailors, they have a look of being fed up. They don't look at Captain Alara directly. They're like turning their heads and like muttering as like, you know, yet again, Captain Alara's quote unquote bad luck persists. We will end the session there.
Whoa! All right. That brings us to another exciting end to this episode of campaign. We saw a ship surrounded by harpies. We saw fire and flame that we didn't even know Guldor had. Bellith apparently has an exciting way to start any fight. And just remember, when that tree gets to hopping, those hearts go a stopping. We will see you on next episode of campaign. Join us again every other Friday as we make our way from boat, hopefully to land, and get ourselves to this camp that we talk about, but we will eventually get to. That's gonna do it for us. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Later.
Well, that's gonna do it for this episode of campaign. We have so much left to go, and we'll be back next week. See you next time. Campaign is produced by Levine, Orlip, Liam, Bridget, and myself, Michael Height. I edit and mix our show. Our intro voice recording was done by the one and only Coltrane. Music used in this podcast was sourced by Fanatical's 2023 music bundle featuring Dark Fantasy Studio. If you like Campaign, we hope you'll consider going to our show notes and supporting the show. Doing so helps us put out more shows just like this one. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next time. Later. Man, that was fun. Holy schmolies.
Really?
Harpies, huh?
You missed the opportunity to say when Tree gets to hoppin', hearts get to stoppin', but it's okay. I'll let it go.
I knew
You said it? I'm gonna put it in there.
I knew it. I thought that's what he was gonna say, but he didn't.
Yeah, we're gonna fix that in post. We're gonna put that in like.
Fix that in post.
Wait, when trees get to hoppin', hearts go a stoppin'?
Hearts get yeah. Like,
What is that from?
nothing. Just my brain
It's just so good
just
that
said
you
that.
You should be the bard.